Take the classical Solfeggio method, it's been around since the 11th century, and studies show it can improve pitch recognition by up to 70% in just 6 months of consistent practice. The fascinating part is how it breaks down these complex sound patterns into manageable pieces our brains can process.
So how does that connect to more modern training techniques?
Well, that's where methods like Kodali's inner hearing come in. Research shows that musicians who practice mental rehearsal for 15 minutes daily show a 35% improvement in performance accuracy compared to those who only practice physically. It's like creating a musical GPS in your brain that guides you through the piece.
That reminds me of how jazz musicians approach improvisation. They're not just making it up randomly, are they?
Oh my goodness, no. Jazz improvisation actually follows these incredibly sophisticated patterns. When you're working with LVI progressions, you're essentially speaking a musical language that's been developed over decades. And here's what's wild: studies of jazz musicians' brains show increased neural connectivity in areas responsible for creativity and emotional processing.
That's fascinating how the physical and mental aspects work together like that.
And it gets even more interesting when you look at the Meisner technique. Originally developed for actors, it's now being used by musicians to improve spontaneity and authentic expression. Recent studies show that musicians who incorporate acting techniques show a 40% increase in audience engagement during performances.
Tell me more about how these performance techniques actually work in practice.
So, picture this. The Laban Movement analysis system breaks down every physical gesture into 8 basic effort qualities. When musicians consciously apply these principles, audiences report feeling up to 60% more emotionally connected to the performance. I've seen performers completely transform just by understanding how their body movement affects the musical experience.
That must take an incredible amount of coordination to manage all those elements at once.
You know what's fascinating? The brain actually creates new neural pathways when we combine these different techniques. The mirror of emotions exercise, for instance, has been shown to increase emotional range in performance by up to 45%. It's like building a vocabulary of physical expressions that perfectly match the music.
How long does it typically take to see real results from these methods?
Research suggests that consistent practice of these integrated techniques for just 12 weeks can lead to significant improvements. About 80% of students show measurable progress in pitch accuracy, and nearly 90% demonstrate enhanced emotional expression in their performances. But here's the key: it's not about mastering each technique in isolation.
So it's more about how they all work together as a system?
Precisely. Recent studies in music cognition show that musicians who integrate multiple techniques, solfeggio, inner hearing, movement, and emotional expression, show up to 75% more neural activation in areas associated with musical processing. It's like creating this beautiful symphony of skills that enhance each other.
Looking ahead, where do you see these training methods going in the future?
Well, with advances in neuroscience and performance psychology, we're seeing some incredible developments. Virtual reality is being used to enhance inner hearing training, and AI systems are being developed to provide real-time feedback on emotional expression. The future of musical training is looking increasingly holistic and technology-enhanced, while still maintaining these core principles that have proven so effective over centuries.